So 9 brand new engine swaps came to GT7 with update 1.55. I don't understand why they didn't round it up to 10, but this time around we've got 9 for the first time ever. However, in terms of the swaps themselves, this is an incredibly varied, different selection of vehicles. Typically these engine swaps sort of come in themes from updates. We've had sort of Mitsubishi themed, Honda themed, Nissan themed, European themed, but this time around it is a complete mashup of different vehicles. We've got things from Alpines, Renaults, Porsches, some JDM swaps in there. It's a nice varied selection. And on top of this, it also continues the trend of day one engine swaps, as well as multiple different engine swaps for certain vehicles. Anyway, today I'm going to take you through all 9 of the engine swaps so you know exactly what you're looking at. Okay, so the first swap that we're going to be looking at is the SR20 DET, of course from the Silvia S15. This is kind of a tried and trusted engine swap. It is incredibly popular in game and it has 3 new cars to be swapped into. Now the price of this engine swap is going to be 134,000 credits, so incredibly cheap. The first of these swappable cars is the Alpine A110 from 1972. The PP rating will go from 420.38 to 497.23. Displacement rises from 1565 to 1998. Aspiration goes from naturally aspirated to turbocharged. It still remains incredibly lightweight, even with a little bit of weight added, at 751 kilograms. Now in terms of the max power, it rises from 138 to 246. Now the most exciting of these 3 in my opinion is the Renault R5 Turbo from 1980. PP will go from 410.69 to 462.13. Displacement once again rises to 1998. The weight is a little bit heavier from 970 to taking it just over 1,000 at 1,016 kilograms. Max power once again goes from 159 to 246, and the weight to power ratio on this one a little bit less at 4.06. Overall for me though, this is absolutely an incredible engine swap and really suits this car. And the final of the 3 is the Renault R8 Gordini from 1966. A PP jump from 355.18 to 463.77. Again, displacement rises quite considerably with this one. Naturally aspirated to turbocharged, still weighs under 1,000 kilograms at 916. It goes from 101 brake horsepower to 246, and the weight to power ratio once again just a little bit more than the A110 at 3.66. The second most popular engine swap of this update is a DKH-911. Of course, this is from the 911 Turbo S, of course added in the November 2024 update, and it continues to get new swaps added. Now as you can see from the price point, this one is a little bit more expensive than the previous swap at 250,000 credits. The first of these swappable cars is funnily enough the same generation, however it is the 911 GT3 RS 992 from 2022. It has a PP jump from 647.12 to 670.27. The displacement does go down, however it goes from naturally aspirated to turbocharged with a power jump from 517 to 641, and does have a better weight to power ratio at 2.24. Now once again this engine swap continues a trend of being swappable into Imprezas, so this is the Impreza Sedan WRX STI from 2004. This has a PP jump from 503.31 to 597.94. Displacement increases dramatically from 1994 to 3745. It has a weight bump to 1500 kg, max power rises to 641 from 286, and the weight to power is 2.30. Okay, so sticking with the Porsche theme, this is an engine swap we don't see much of. Previously it was in the Beetle and the Samba bus. This is the M64-03911 from the 964 Carrera RS, and this time around it's going to continue with the low powered cars, this time being swapped into the Citroen DS21 Pallas from 1970. As you can see, PP rating goes from 329.95 to 437.92. Displacement goes from 2,175 to 3,600. It does have a very slight weight increase of 8 kilograms. Max power goes from 103 to 255, and the weight to power ratio goes down to 3.03. And once again, it's still a relatively cheap swap at 226,500 credits. So we're going to stick with the Porsche theme once again. This time it is the 959.50-959, of course from the Porsche 959. I completely forgot this was a swappable engine in game. This time around it goes in the Porsche 356A/1500 GS GT Carrera Speedster from 1956. A PP jump from 378.47 to 502.65. Displacement increases from 1498 to 2850. Aspiration naturally aspirated to turbocharged. A little weight bump to 935 kilograms. Max power of 443 and a weight to power of 2.07. This one costs just over 1 million credits. So the next engine swap on the list is the Evo-Final-Gr.B engine swap. Now of course this one can transform a road car into a race car, which is exactly what it does. This car is also going to be a vehicle which now features 2 engine swaps. So it's going to be a Mitsubishi engine going in a Mitsubishi car. As you can see, this is the Lancer Evo A MR GSR from 2004. Now this engine swap will set you back 325,000 credits, 25k more than its previous swap, the LS7. Now in terms of the PP jump, it goes from 510 to 591.8. Now the weight does decrease to 1380, so a 20 kilogram loss there. Max power is 521 and weight to power is 2.60. The great thing about this one is it now does have that race car fuel efficiency. So the final engine swap of update 1.55 is a day one engine swap. This is the B18C Integra 1998 swap, of course from the 98 Honda Integra, and this continues the strong lineup of swappable Honda engines, whether you want a K series or a B series. So the car itself is of course going to be the Honda Civic SI Extra EF from 1987. This one again is relatively cheap at 137,500 credits. Now in terms of the PP rating, it jumps from 393.50 to 445.42. Displacement does rise to 1797. It does get a weight increase by 20 kilograms. Max power goes from 128 to 198 and the weight to power goes to 4.60. Also an incredibly customizable swap, this one. And there we go, that is a complete look at all 9 brand new engine swaps for update 1.55. Don't forget to let me know your personal favourite one down in the comments section below. Now in terms of my personal favourite, I think for me it might have to be either the final Evo B swap. For me, kind of transforming a road car into a race car with fuel efficiency is always an absolute plus, or maybe even the EF Civic. I really enjoy the B18 engine. I think it's incredibly high revving and overall transforms that EF into an absolute time attack monster. Anyway, as always, a huge thank you to all of my channel members listed on screen now, and a huge thank you to you guys who watched this video. I will see you in the next one. Take care guys, peace.